All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Chicago Bulls video. Huge win against the New York Knicks tonight. No hands. The Knicks get to 11-11. The Chicago Bulls get to 15-8. Yes, sir, 15-8. Now they struggled last week. The Chicago Bulls struggled last week. Anytime you lose to the Houston Rockets prior to the Rockets are on a 4-game. You see the flag, right? I'm not trying to disrespect the Rockets. The Rockets are on a 4-game win streak. 2 of them are against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who just lost by 73 points tonight. But the Chicago Bulls lost to the Rockets last week, and they were on a little bit of a losing streak, and things were not looking great. Things weren't really clicking on a night in, night out basis. No longer the case. Huge win tonight, huge win on the road, man. Literally words cannot express it. But welcome back to the channel, guys. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I just made a whole Bulls video, and my phone ran out of storage. So here we go, going a second time. Second time's the charm, hopefully tonight. Today was a good day for Chicago. About 24 hours ago, the Chicago Cubs signed Marcus Stroman. The Chicago Blackhawks won today. The Chicago Bulls won today. It was like 58 in downtown Chicago, which it's December 2nd. It's December 2nd. It's not usually 58 degrees. So today, if you're in Chicago, if you're living here in Chicago, it was a great day. Great day. But welcome back to the channel, guys. If you enjoy it, hit that like button, hit that sub button. I greatly appreciate all of my new subscribers. Thank you, guys. Welcome to the channel. All of my hardcore fans, my hardcore subscribers, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, drop it a comment, and then obviously if you're new here, hitting that subscribe button. I post NBA videos, Bulls videos at least 2-3 times a day. This was awesome. As a Bulls fan living here in Chicago, the last time the Bulls were relevant was my senior year of high school, and we had Rajon Rondo, Dwayne Wade, and Jimmy Butler. And there just still was something about that year where you knew the Bulls were not going to make a big move, because at that time Rajon Rondo was getting considered washed. Dwayne Wade was pretty much done. Definitely wasn't really like a vocal point at that point in his career. And, Jimmy Butler can't do everything. But the Chicago Bulls, what did they do? They won 2 games against the Boston Celtics in Boston, and then Rajon Rondo goes down with an injury, and then we suck. So the Bulls, I can't even tell you the last time we were 15-8. It has to be at the absolute earliest 2017. But when you get these wins against the New York Knicks on the road, a win against any Eastern Conference rival on the road, any win at this point, it's the NBA. You have 30 competitive teams night in, night out. No win is easy. No win is easy. Maybe tonight if you were playing the OKC Thunder, 73 points. Once again, I mean, that's just great. Like, that is great. They didn't even have Ja Morant, but that's not for today's video. This win tonight, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, they got it going. Now, Vucevic, right before the COVID, I almost called it the COVID injury. Once he went down with COVID, had to enter the health and safety protocols, missed a handful of games, he started to seem like he was getting it going. And we'll ride with it. I don't know if you could hear that. There was music playing. But basically, Nikola Vucevic started the first 7, 8, maybe even 10 games of the season pretty cold. Didn't really seem like he was in a groove, whatever the reasoning is. Obviously, this team has never really played with each other, so I put it on that. But right before he went down with COVID, he had a great game. And so it took him it took him a game or two to come back, get back into shape, get the body feeling right, that type of thing. But right now, Nikola Vucevic, I mean, you saw it the other night, he dropped, 31 points, 6 of 6 from downtown. Tonight, 5 of 9 from downtown. He had 27 points, 7 rebounds. This is the Nikola Vucevic that we drafted. And I think it's so interesting because the Bulls traded for Vooch last season, but they didn't have Lonzo, they didn't have DeMar DeRozan, they didn't have Alex Caruso, Derrick Jones Jr. So people were watching the Bulls, but not even close to the degree right now. I believe the Chicago Bulls are actually leading the league in attendance. But you know what? Don't quote me on that because that doesn't really sound right, but I'm pretty sure that is correct. So it's just really cool to see this. But like Vucevic last year, we know this is what we're capable of. If you watched him in Orlando the first 8 years or so of his career, this is what he provides for you. He provides spacing, defense, offensive production. Vucevic is an all-star caliber center. He's a proven all-star. I don't mean to disrespect him. And this is how he should be playing. And this is how he's been playing the last couple of games now that he's catching his groove. Tonight, I look at guys like DeMar DeRozan tonight, 12 of 19 from the field. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block for 34 points. A phenomenal basketball game from DeMar DeRozan. But you know what stood out to me the most was his shot selection. And I feel like the same thing can go for Zach LaVine, but tonight specifically, DeMar DeRozan, he didn't even take a 3 tonight. And he still dropped 34 points. He got to the free throw line 11 times, which was a huge issue that the Chicago Bulls had last season, just getting to the free throw line. The impact's been significant, immediately noticeable how many more times we're getting to the free throw line this season if you're keeping a close eye. But DeMar tonight, what really impressed me was just shot selection. It really impressed me. He is setting the tone for this Bulls team. He is playing like an MVP right now. It's so fun to watch. And then when you're getting 27 points, 9 to 18 from the field, 3 to 6 from downtown from a cat named Zach LaVine, if you're getting 20, and 20 from your big 3 every single night, which is essentially what's happening right now, you're going to be really tough to deal with. Now, tonight, my biggest issue with the Bulls was that it was like the 5th game or whatever, I don't know the exact count, 5th or so game, where they have just this huge lead, like I believe it was 16 points after the first quarter, 16 points going into the second, or going into halftime, where they have this huge lead and then the game all of a sudden turns into a nail-biter. Not a fan of that, but if the Bulls are still winning 15-8, 8-4 on the road, I don't really have a complaint. Like, if anything, that's my complaint, but there's reasoning behind this, right? We take a look at Lonzo Ball tonight. 3 of 14 from the field, 2 of 10 from downtown, only 8 points. If Lonzo Ball made 2 of those threes and shot 4 of 10, this game all of a sudden is double digits. So Lonzo, one thing I've noticed with Lonzo is when he's off, he is really off. But the best part about Lonzo Ball is when he's off, when he's ice cold, when he shoots 3 of 14, the defensive production, the defensive impact, it's noticeable. And it is a huge, huge difference maker. Like Lonzo Ball being our starting point guard, yes, he has offensive nights, but defensively, man, night in and night out, it's so awesome to watch. That's why you have guys like Kobe White off of the bench who can come in here and help produce with scoring. Obviously, he's under health and safety protocols right now, so you didn't see him tonight. The Bulls bench maybe was the only issue I had, but like Derrick Jones Jr., Troy Brown Jr., they didn't miss a shot, so you can't really have that many issues with it. This was a huge win for the Chicago Bulls. I absolutely loved it. I hope you guys did too. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more NBA content every single day. That's it for today. Drop some comments on the Chicago Bulls down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.